the upper right with that crazy timing. Barely lost him the game. He is
STX Soul Innovation.
And in the bottom left, our conservative Protoss player. He is
SK Telecom T1 Lane.
All right, well, this one's going to be a little bit harder for Rain because the same type of game can occur as what we just saw, but...
Oh, to Sydney? We've been to Sydney. No, I'm not.
Sydney's pretty awesome.
I don't know if it's Sydney the person, though, or if it's actually the place. Sydney's also in somebody's name sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
Now we'll never know.
Huh.
We'll never know if we got your sign right.
No, I guess we won't unless we just ask them later.
You got to pick a different location or a different friend's name.
Yeah. All right, so back to what I was saying.
Yeah, please.
The same type of game can happen as last time.
Yeah.
But on Whirlwind, there's the ramps with the little chokes for Terran to have to run up into. Here, the third base is much more wide open, which means a bigger
third base
arc.
is incredibly exposed.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a harder... in that same scenario, it's going to be harder for Rain to hold.
I feel like with Protoss, this is one of these maps where the third base should actually be hidden. You should just take it base. I'm serious. I'm like, I don't want to have to defend this location.
That is a very tasteless thing of you to say.
It is. You know,
that's so you.
It is, man. All right. He got 2 gases, by the way, before his second pylon. Mm-hmm. Do you think we're going to see any kind of DT-age or anything like that?
Well, he's got 2 on each.
Actually,
and now 3
now that I
on
think about
each.
it, I haven't even messed with DTs and HOTS. I mean, not in this matchup.
Yeah.
Have you done any DT openers?
Yeah, I do the expanded DT drop a lot. That's a very popular build.
I'm like, that isn't counter-tosis. That's an expanded DT. I meant like DT off one base. Have you actually messed with that at all?
One base DT? No.
I don't think that would be good.
I like to try to win games. I mean, not that I always do, but I definitely like to try to win them, and that's about the worst way to do so.
I've never messed with it, but yeah, I can't imagine it would be good.
No, I don't think he's doing anything of that sort. I think what we're probably going to see is him taking an expansion relatively soon. Oh, it is a Twilight Council. Okay, never mind. It's a Blink all-in. And this is a very strong build, but the Reaper is going to scout this. And as soon as it gets scouted, it becomes far less powerful.
I feel like, I mean, obviously he's going up the ramp this time, but sometimes it's so good for this meta stuff to actually go up the ramp with the Reaper versus hop in the main because they're going to defend elsewhere for the Reaper.
Yeah, and Rain is pumping out another Stalker. So even though he may be able to stop the Reaper from getting in, look, he's predicting very well right now.
Oh, okay, now he saw one gateway over there, but...
So now he knows that he's going to be under attack at least, so he shouldn't really be landing on the low ground. In fact, a scan would not be a stupid thing. You know, that would be pretty smart.
No, a scan would be totally worth it.
But he might already have a good idea because, again, this map is going to be harder than the last map that we just saw because of all the reasons mentioned previously. So this is a really good choice by Rain. You know, the Blink All-In is extremely powerful, but if Innovation turtles up, you know, he makes the bunkers, he gets into maybe some Siege Tank tech, maybe some Widow Mines, then that is definitely going to help him out.
All right, he'll be pushing forward momentarily here. Really, that pylon right outside of his opponent's base, and it looks like he already knows he's going to make a bunker right here.
And he's getting the tech lab on the factory, which means Siege Tanks. So this is exactly what Innovation wants. And you know, seeing 2 Stalkers, no expansion, and how vehemently, oh my god,
vehemently?
I don't know why that didn't come out right, but how hardcore he was trying to stop him from scouting. That definitely, those are some tells.
I'm surprised by the pylon placement down there. You could actually spot that from the high ground.
Yeah, that is a bit weird then.
All right, well, he knows exactly what's coming at him. Although it seems like he thinks it's going to be a Blink with an Observer or something, but...
Well, I think he probably assumes it's just some sort of Blink all-in, whether it's the one with Observer or the one with the Mothership Core. I think the Mothership Core is a little bit better. It's a bit quicker.
Yeah.
Costs less gas to get going, and of course Mothership Core can help. So, but he's basically playing perfect against it. And look, already repairing, beautifully done. He does get the bunker, but a Siege Tank going into siege mode here.
I think he's kind of stuck now. He probably just blink out. All right.
Oh my God, a beautiful blink up right there.
All right, the mothership core's gone down. The time warp coming in a little bit handy here. More stalkers can now blink up over here.
Yeah, the medevac is out, so that's really helping because the DPS on stalkers, that damage output is not actually too high.
All right, he's going to have to blink away.
And
there's not a lot Protoss can do after this. I mean, I guess he can expand off this, but
I think he just keeps going. This is too rough because with all this tech already out, the counter push that'll come in a couple minutes if he doesn't kill him is going to be too powerful.
Nice job there. Guns down that bunker.
I love, by the way, that he made a Viking, and that's just to kill off the mothership core eventually because Rain has no vision of the high ground.
Yeah.
He has no way to get up there, and in fact, he's just going to expand because he says, well, to chrono boost out, or is he going to expand? I guess
he made more
there's
stalkers.
a possibility he won't, but I mean, there's no way for him to really blink up correctly, so
I think he's almost out of time here.
yeah.
I think he is actually out of time now that I'm looking at this.
That was the perfect way to deal with the blink hauling. The early bunkers, the quick siege tanks, getting medevacs out to heal your Marines, to really cut into the damage that the stalkers do, because they whittle you down over time. It's something that the medevac can negate a lot of.
Oh,
so.
he's going to hit these stalkers up here too. There's going to be a really good timing push that he can pull off in a little bit here.
Yeah.
To just run over the Protoss.
Yes.
There's almost nothing the Protoss can really do. Now he's going to send this medevac down here as well. Hopefully that doesn't get intercepted by the stalkers for innovation's sake.
Yeah, a single Widow Mine is something pretty deadly right now if you could actually get that. But Rain is like way too on top of things, and so is Innovation. Oh my God. The fact that he just boosted it. Oh, yeah, you got it. He almost got away there. A little bit too wishy-washy with his movements.
All right, Dark Shrine, almost complete here. He may get a warp prism out and try to, if the Terran leaves, warp in a bunch of DTs into the main.
Yeah, that's a possibility. You know, Innovation already has a turret up at the front because he knows that a popular follow-up to this is the Dark Shrine.
Yeah.
And now, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like in this situation,
crazy,
yeah, I'm definitely crazy, but this situation, we've seen this a lot of times before. You know, you've invested so heavily in Blink Stalkers, they really haven't done it, and a Siege Tank Marine medevac counter push almost
so
always
strong.
will kill you, almost every single time. I don't think I've ever seen at the pro level someone hold that off.
Well, there's not a lot you can do. I mean, you can blink around, but the damage output's just too high.
Yeah, I would say, though, something I'd really like to see him try is perhaps if he doesn't think he can actually hold the push when it comes out, if he thinks it's just the right timing from Innovation, I'd love to see him try to base trade. Because Dark Templars and Blink Stalkers in a base trade against 2 base Terran is actually not bad at all.
That's a really good pointer, Tosis.
Yeah. Because you do things like, the thing is he'll have enough Blink Stalkers that whatever force is left at home won't be able to stop them. And picking off things like command centers or orbitals and just making them
you can
lift.
chase down SCVs really easily, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Stalkers are already so ridiculously fast. They're faster than that Viking flying around there, and that thing's got a rocket coming out of it.
That's true. Well, it looks like a Templar Archive is on the way, so we'll see if he wants to go charge Archon or go into Storm, because Storm, not as good against Siege Tanks, but there's not really that many Siege Tanks out.
This is true as well. Now, he saw the medevacs leaving, and I think he kind of brushed by that army. So he should know that this army's now going to push out. So let's see what kind of damage you can do with a Warp Prism. Warping in Zealots is also an option here, too. And it looks like he's going to go for DTs. All right.
I think that's a good call. You know, he does have that Dark Shrine. He may as well use it. The time for DTs is kind of past in Innovation's mind, so he may be caught completely off guard.
All right, he's got 1 DT coming out here now.
I want him to start whipping scans. If he can get him to use up a few of his scans, and the DT drop can do a lot of damage.
All right, it looks like he's going to go ahead and block off the main entrance. Now the DT's coming over here to where the SCVs are. Is Innovation ready?
And he's going to want to force field that ramp.
Oh, he did not quite get the Starcraft.
Yeah, and this damage output is just way too much with the medevacs, the Marines, and the Marauders.
All right, this is not enough here to take out the DTs. Now going for the Nexus, but the Nexus is not going to be enough here if he keeps getting workers like this.
That's right. He's actually killed 19 workers, but don't forget he is losing his own expansion, so the economy is still going to be somewhat similar. Oh, and look, that gets out of the scan range. Very well done.
He may have to turn around now, go back home.
You know, Rain may actually end up holding this, and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he actually has held this.
yeah. It looks like the push is mostly done, but did he do enough damage is the question, because still his army is something that has no splash in it and is going to have a very hard time actually dealing with his opponent. But Psystorm on the way. I don't know. We'll see. I like the idea, though. You know what I really liked was the lateness of actually making the DTs.
Yeah.
Because you saw Innovation immediately put down a turret. He's like,
Well,
ready
Innovation is one of these guys that is as efficient as humanly possible, and he sees the situation. He says, no DTs yet. They should have been here already based off the pace at which Rain can make stuff.
Yeah.
So then he just neglects making a turret in the main, and then he gets punished for that later on because of Rain's wonky timing.
Yeah. Well, more DT's going to be walking out. He's forced a lot of scans, so the amount of mules being dropped going to be greatly diminished, which is going to help equalize the economy a little bit more. But still, that Nexus only halfway done. Psystorm will be finished, but I don't know if that's going to be enough, man. This is a big army from Innovation.
This game started out weird, and it's going to finish weird, too.
Yeah, that is for sure.
Stimina coming forward now. Storm is not yet done.
Oh, man, it's so close right now, and he needs it to finish up. There you go. Really, really great storms, but he just doesn't have enough damage left to kill anything.
Yep, GG. Going on into game number 3.
That was pretty much exactly as expected.
Look, Innovation identified what Rain was doing. Stopped it, dead in its tracks.
Yep.
Rain goes to plan B, and usually plan B with builds like that is never going to be as good as the initial plan.
No, certainly not.
So, tried to follow it up, didn't work out. We're going to go on to game number 3 now.
That's right. I really like that game because it really showed the strengths and weaknesses of all these different little moves. You know, the blink all in is very powerful unless they know it's coming and know exactly how to stop it, which Innovation absolutely did. I loved the lateness of the DTs. That was so sexy.
That was really nice.
Yeah. I love the fact that Rain went up the ramp knowing there was 0% chance to hold that. He's like, well, I may as well save these probes.
Yeah. He gave up the Nexus.
Yeah.
A lesser player would have held his ground there and died. Lost his army.
Absolutely.
Like, well, that's it.
We see that a lot, in fact. So,
all right, our map is going to be Daybreak. Classic StarCraft 2 map. The map of choice here for Innovation. For Rain, excuse me.
I'm not surprised by that. That's going to be one that he can hold a third on reasonably well.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know, a big map in Whirlwind, very droppable. The second map, Star Station, definitely one where the third base is hard, so he did a one base all in. Now the third map, Daybreak, this is seriously, he can defend drops here and get a third. It's tight enough that Rain can do everything against Innovation.
Yeah. All right, Artosis, you still think Innovation's going to take it?
Yes, but not 2-0.
I think it's a safe bet.
Rain's playing fantastically, though.
All right, let's get this going here. Who's going to move on to the winners? Is it going to be Rain or is it going to be Innovation? Innovation, excuse me. This is my invitation to you to join us here at the GSL Konas.
Oh, my God.
I tried to Houdini my way out of that one.
Didn't work.